All right. I did it. I beat the Metal Gear Solids. Thank you, Dippy Postmortem, for following. All right, I mean, I feel like getting into the end game, but I really don't know.
Are you awake yet, Jack?
I'm assuming I can beat this game
GW,
by the end of the
the
week.
Arsenal AI is corrupted beyond repair. I admit that I underestimated you. I'll squeeze the answers out of you instead, my son.
Oh. I trained for this. I know how to do this. Was not expecting to have to do it, though.
What do you hope to hear? You know he doesn't know anything.
It's not him I want the answers from.
It was Solidus's trick. I had to pick the controller up and everything.
That's not your business.
Oh, really? It so happens I have some business of my own to attend to.
Planning to hijack Arsenal?
Huh?
You were going to screw me over, weren't you?
Who talked? Ocelot?
Not exactly. I was the one who used Ocelot to suggest the idea to you in the first place.
What?
I was planning to give you Arsenal to begin with.
Why the uncharacteristic generosity?
I'm no philanthropist. Arsenal is far from impregnable. It needs other Metal Gears as guards, a huge payload of warheads, and full air, sea, and land support to function efficiently. Against a large attack force without support, Arsenal is nothing more than a gigantic coffin.
Wow, that sounds kind of terrible.
Was never the real objective.
What was your objective then?
A list of names of the Patriots. They were planning to extend their control to digital information flow with GW and Arsenal. That means the information they want to filter out is contained in GW, including that list of the highest 12 members of the Patriots Wiseman's Committee.
And once you knew who they were, you would cross out their names one by one, while we, with our useless arsenal, drew their fire.
Very good.
You were using us all along.
Were you any different?
But your plans hit a snag with GW destroyed, hasn't it?
No, there is another way.
Really? But we have our own plans to carry out. We'll take the arsenal since you don't care for it anyway. The purified hydrogen bomb is ready to go.
A nuclear strike won't stop them.
It will damage their power source. The mindless masses that they control. First things first.
Of course. That was what you wanted. I won't stop you. Good luck.
Thanks, but I have quite enough of that. What exactly do you find so funny?
Charades usually are humorous. I wouldn't have minded.
Are
watching
charades
some more,
humorous?
but we're running a little short on time.
What are you talking about?
Everything you've done here has been scripted. A little exercise set up by us.
Exercise?
The S3 plan was conceived as a means to produce soldiers on par with Solid Snake. That's what I told you. But the VR training the boy was put through is not the meat of the project. You think this little terrorist incident is your own doing, Solidus? This is the S3 training kernel. An orchestrated recreation of Shadow Moses.
What?
What?
Ames and the President's deaths. The ninja. The computer virus that mimics Fox Die. Did you really think they were all a coincidence? Ames' own nanomachines were used to shut down his pacemaker. I arranged for the appearance of the ninja as well. As for the President, although Johnson realized what was going on, he played out his allotted part. As for the computer virus, it's a digital counterpart of Fox Die. It was also designed to eliminate every scrap of information
It was a
regarding
remake
the
all along.
Patriots from GW. Your plan was invalidated even before execution.
So between this and Twin Snakes, does that mean that there's 3 Metal Gear Solids?
Fat Man was a different story. He's one of our own people. A sort of examiner we hired to test the boy's progress before letting him tackle the exercise proper. We had to arrange for Stillman's presence to coax the maniac into agreeing. If the boy had allowed the big shell to be destroyed, this exercise would have ended there. The project has no room for failures.
What do you mean?
Given the right situation, the right story, anyone can be shaped into Snake. Even rookies can fight like men of experience. An instant creation of genius. And this training kernel will provide more than enough data to formulate such a program. You, Dead Cell, Olga, you're all nothing but pawns placed to create the perfect simulation. Solidus, you and the boy were selected.
This is like
because
Kingdom
your
Hearts with malicious
relationship
intent.
resembles the one between Snake and Big Boss. Fortune, you and the rest of Dead Cell stand in for the Foxhound squad that Snake took on in Shadow Moses. You're the most impressive collection of freaks outside of Foxhound. We've gone to a lot of trouble to set you up against the boy. That story about purified hydrogen bombs is just the tip of the iceberg. The project was already underway when I sunk that tanker, along with your old man 2 years ago. Throwing your husband in the brig was a part of it too. You were told that the eradication of Dead Cell 6 months ago was an act of the Patriots. We provoked and encouraged your hatred. And you opted for vengeance, just as we planned.
All orchestrated?
Except for the appearance of the real Solid Snake. I wonder now who sent for you.
All our misfortune was just a part of their project? How could...
You're no Lady Luck. You have nothing that we didn't give you.
What?
So you got a very mild reaction out of that.
Do you know why no bullet could hit you? It wasn't magic, or some new age mumbo-jumbo. Certainly wasn't your psychic talents. It was all staged by the Patriots.
Staged?
You were being shielded by the electromagnetic weapons technology that the Patriots developed. Your Dead Cell comrades loved your father and husband. We needed a pathetic wretch like you to keep them focused. You've been our puppet all along, just like Olga.
No.
The look was all fake.
Hamming it up as the tragic heroine, Thanks to the script that the Patriots wrote for you. Pure self-indulgence, absorbed in your own misfortune. You couldn't get enough of the drama.
Now, does she have the power of the indomitable human spirit, though? Because that's even stronger than luck. Now she knows the truth. It all comes down to how shonen Metal Gear Solid is.
It missed. Now I remember. Your heart.
Automod has caught the word shit.
Waste of metal, my dear, but your luck's run out. This is the little gizmo. There's no such thing as miracles or the supernatural. Only cutting-edge technology.
No such thing as the supernatural? Automod has caught the word fucking.
Now that I have enough data, all I have to do is retrieve Arsenal and clean up the refuse from the exercise.
Just try.
He was holding back his swords all along, the strongest weapon. Did he do that on purpose? I'm just not clear on how much control people have about their bullet deflection abilities in this game. Saul just has two swords so he can block all bullets. True. Those swords are called Democrat and Republican, by the way.
Fortune!
True. That's so symbolic. I feel like people will have a lot less problems with US presidents if they did actually have katanas like that. That does just add a lot of appeal, I feel. Especially if they can deflect bullets, but I think that's optional. Oh, it's a spoiler? Oh. Boo, don't do that.
Everybody down.
What the? Impossible.
Was she actually doing it? She made her own luck.
She is Lady Luck.
You thought that technology has nothing to do with it.
My name is Helena Dolph Jackson, the daughter of a proud.
Oh, I know this song. I've heard it before.
I can see my family again.
Damn! Try this instead. No!
Is that him typing? No, he's being possessed by science.
waiting for this. It can't be. I've been inside this arm all along, waiting for the right time to awaken. You were inside.
All three snakes, baby.
Yes, a sleeper in the arm of a Patriot spy.
It was you 2 years ago?
Exactly. I was controlling him.
Man, Liquid's voice is just great.
Snake,
I love everything he says.
information about Arsenal to your partner and got you out here.
What?
You're the only one that can free me. After all, I'm off to bury the Patriots for good.
You know where they are? How?
Why do you think I chose Ocelot as my host? But before I go, I have a family matter
That
to settle
arm
with
is
both of
fucked up. That looks
There's
gnarly.
only one snake and one big boss.
His voice was a translation error. It's supposed to be Ocelot's voice still. See, I would have preferred that, honestly. As much as I just said I like that voice, I really, really love it when, whatever the reason, a voice actor has to do an impression of a different character. Like JoJo Part 5 has a really great bit where all the main cast have to act like other characters in the main cast, and they do a really good job.
Liquid, stop this thing! Hey, Snake, you coming?
Who said that? Was that Snake? Poor Raiden. He's had nothing to do this whole time. He really has been denied main character privileges. The screen's almost completely pitch black for me. I cannot tell what's happening. Bridge from the start of the game. Okay. Another fun fact. I love fun facts.
Federal Hall.
It's supposed to happen at Times Square. Lots of people running around terrified. 9/11. Okay, I did hear something in this game had to change due to 9/11, but I didn't really know what.
Do you know what day it is today?
April 30th?
That's right.
So I was really hoping right there that Raiden was going to say 9/11.
Washington took office as the first president of the United States of America 200 years ago today. And it happened right here. We were going to declare another independence, the dawn of a new nation here. The end of the Patriots' secret rule, liberation of this country. This was where it was supposed to begin. This is where freedom could have been born.
All you want is power at any cost.
Jack,
I feel like I've been bombarded by so many plot points in the past, like, half
what I
hour.
wanted to take back from the Patriots are things like freedom.
This is like
rights,
when Kingdom
opportunities.
Hearts reiterates its plot points, except Kingdom Hearts always focuses on one thing at a time. This is like if they had them all
It's
overlapping.
about to be wiped out by their digital censorship.
Not digital censorship. That's terrible.
Listen to me. We're
Hyper
all
backloaded,
born with
yeah, I'll
this
say.
expiration date. No one lasts forever. Life is nothing but a grace period for turning the best of our genetic material into the next generation.
Life is come, Raiden.
The data of life is transferred from parent to child. That's how it works. But we have no heirs, no legacy. We brothers are called les enfants terribles, cloned from our father with the ability to reproduce conveniently engineered out. What is our legacy if we
Automod
cannot
has
pass
found the
torch?
word fuck.
Proof of our
Live to
existence,
fuck,
a
Raiden,
mark
true.
of some sort.
The bad babies.
When the torch is passed on from parent to child.
See, that's the thing. You have to pick and
it's
choose the
sent
words that
beyond
you keep in
DNA.
other languages
Information is imparted as
so
well.
that they have some mystique to them. I feel like French is actually like a very extreme case of like you have to keep it in French. You cannot say it literally or it'll sound just terrible.
The Patriots are trying to protect their power, their own interests, by controlling the digital flow of information. I want my memory, my existence to remain. Unlike an intron of history, I will be remembered as an exon.
What?
That will be my legacy, my mark in history.
One second, let me
Patriots
Google
will deny
that.
us even that. I will triumph over the Patriots and liberate us all, and we will become the Sons of Liberty.
Hey, he said the thing. Introns and exons are nucleotide sequences within a gene. Okay, sure, dude, whatever.
Raiden, are you receiving? We're still here.
How's that possible? The AI was destroyed.
Only GW.
Who are you?
Automod has
To begin
found the
with,
word
We're
come.
not what you'd call human. Over the past 200 years, a kind of consciousness formed layer by layer in the crucible of the White House. It's not unlike the way life started in the oceans 4 billion years
What?
ago. The White House was our primordial soup, a base of evolution. We are formless. We are the very discipline and morality that Americans invoke so often. How can anyone hope to eliminate us? As long as this nation exists, so will we.
Cut the crap. If you're immortal, why would you take away individual freedoms and censor the net?
Jack, don't be silly.
Don't you know that our plans have your interests, not ours, in mind?
What?
Jack, listen carefully, like a good boy.
The mapping of the
Oh no, she's breaking up the pup play.
early this century. As a result, the evolutionary log of the human race lay open to us.
We started with genetic engineering, and in the end, we succeeded in digitizing life itself.
But
No, they're ahead of Kingdom Hearts.
genetic information,
What do you mean?
human memories, ideas, culture, history.
Genes don't contain any record of human history.
Is it
Wow,
something
someone
we
hasn't
cannot
played
pass
Assassin's
on?
Creed.
Should that information be left at the mercy of nature?
We've always kept records of our lives, through words, pictures, symbols, from tablets to books.
But not all the information was inherited.
Actually, I
by
think the
later
tablets came
generations.
after books.
A small percentage of the whole was selected and processed, then passed on. Not unlike genes, really.
That's what history is, Jack.
But in the current digital
That's really not what
age,
happened.
information is accumulated.
That's not really how it worked. There were kind of some major moments where mass amounts of information were lost
Without
throughout
petty
history.
Issues, misinterpretation, slander.
All this junk data, preserved in an unfiltered state, growing at an alarming rate.
It will only slow down social progress, reduce the rate of evolution.
Right. You seem to think that our plan is one of censorship.
Are you telling me it's not?
You're being silly. What we propose to do is not to control content, but to create context.
Create context.
The digital society furthers human flaws and selectively rewards development of convenient half-truths. Just look at the strange juxtapositions of morality around you.
Billions spent on new weapons in order to humanely murder other humans.
Rights of criminals are given more respect than the privacy of their victims.
Although there are people suffering in poverty, huge donations are made to protect endangered species. Everyone grows up being told the same thing.
Be nice to other people.
But beat out the competition.
You're special. Believe in yourself and you will succeed.
But it's obvious from the start that only a few can succeed.
You exercise your right to freedom, and this is the result. All rhetoric to avoid conflict and protect each other from hurt. The untested truths, spun by different interests, continue to churn and accumulate in the sandbox of political correctness and value systems.
Oh no,
Everyone
not PC
withdraws into their
culture.
own small gated community, afraid of a larger forum.
Le wokisme.
Inside their little ponds, leaking whatever truth suits them into the growing cesspool of society at large.
The different cardinal truths neither clash nor mesh. No one is invalidated, but nobody is right.
Not even natural selection can take place here. The world is being engulfed in truth.
And this is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but a whimper.
We're trying to stop that from happening.
It's our responsibility as rulers. Just as in genetics, unnecessary information and memory must be filtered out to stimulate the evolution of the species.
And you think you're qualified to decide what's necessary and not?
Absolutely. Who else could wade through the sea of garbage you people produce, retrieve valuable truths, and even interpret their meaning for later generations?
That's what it means to create context.
I'll decide for myself what to believe and what to pass on.
But is that even your own idea?
Or something Snake told you.
That's the proof of your incompetence right there. You lack the qualifications to exercise free will.
That's not true. I have the right.
Does something like a self exist inside of you?
That which you call self serves as nothing more than a mask to cover your own being.
In this era of ready-made truths, self is just something used to preserve those positive emotions that you occasionally feel.
Another possibility is that self is a concept you conveniently borrowed under the logic that it would endow you with some sense of strength.
That's crap!
Is it? Would you prefer that someone else tell you? All right then.
I'm surprised Raiden's keeping up with all this.
Jack, you're simply the best, and you got there all by yourself.
Oh, what happened? Do you feel lost? Why not try a bit of soul searching?
Don't think you'll find anything, though.
Ironic that although self is something that you yourself fashioned, every time something goes wrong, you turn around and place the blame
They are
on
like
someone
super
else.
atheists.
It's not
I
my
guess?
fault. It's not your fault.
In denial, you simply resort to looking for another, more convenient truth in order to make yourself feel better.
Leaving behind in an instant the so-called truth you once embraced.
Should someone like that be able to decide what is truth?
Should someone like you even have the right to decide?
Like, I get Raiden's been through a lot, but if I was in his shoes, I would
You don't
be
deserve
so
to
exhausted
be
at this point.
Not the one smothering the world. You are.
But I wouldn't be angry. I would just
Individual is
be like,
supposed to
okay,
be,
can you stop,
but far from
please?
powerless. A single person has the potential to ruin the world.
And the age of digitized communication has given even more power to the individual. Too much power for an immature species.
Building a legacy involves figuring out what is wanted and what needs to be done for that goal. All this you used to struggle with. Now we think for you.
We are your guardians, after all.
You want to control human thought? Human behavior?
Of course. Anything can be quantified nowadays. That's what this exercise was designed to prove.
You fell in love with me just as you were meant to, after all. Isn't that right, Jack?
Ocelot was not told the whole truth.
So I put the Kodak on the ground
We rule
like
an
a third of the way
entire
through the
nation.
conversation. I don't think he can do that. I think the Kodak is in his ear,
No matter how
but
able.
he could just lie down, I
The
guess.
S3 plan does not stand for solid snake simulation. What it does stand for is selection for societal sanity.
Awesome.
The S3 is a system for controlling human will and consciousness. S3 is not you.
This is like
the image of Solid Snake.
way too prescient for
It is a
2001.
method, a protocol that created a circumstance that made you what you are.
So you see, we're the S3, not you.
The Solid Snake Search and Smash program.
What you experienced was the final test of its effectiveness.
That's crazy.
You heard what President Johnson said.
The Arsenal's GW system is the key to their supremacy.
The objective of this exercise was to establish such a method. We used Shadow Moses as a paradigm for the exercise.
I wonder if you would have preferred a fantasy setting.
We chose that backdrop because of its extreme circumstances. It was an optimal test for S3's crisis management capacity. If the model could trigger, control, and solve this, it would be ready for any contingency. And now, we have our proof.
Fantasy Metal Gear would go hard. Yeah, probably.
Raiden, there are also reasons behind your selection. Solidus raised plenty of...
I would actually really like to hear Kojima's thoughts on medieval society.
It was because you were the only one who refused to acknowledge the past. All the others remember what they were and pay for it daily.
But you turn your back on everything you don't like. You
Yeah, Metal
do whatever
Golem. There we
you
go.
like. See only the things you like, and for yourself alone.
Yes, Rose can attest to that.
You refused to see me for what I was. I lied to you, but I wanted to be caught. You pretended to be understanding, to be a gentleman. You never made a conscious attempt to reach out to me. The only time you did was when I gave you no choice but to do so.
I was just trying not to.
What? Trying not to hurt me? Dear, the one you were trying not to hurt was yourself. Avoiding the truth under the guise of kindness is all that you
Snake
did.
with elf ears?
It occurred to you to
No,
do nothing
Snake's
but
not
look out for
elf-coded.
yourself. Even if you
I mean, I guess
claimed
he's
it was
kind of
for
like that
my sake,
hyper-competent
feeling was
Legolas
nowhere to be
type,
seen.
but
In the end,
I don't know.
everything was for your sake. I was never part of the picture.
Exactly right. So you see, you're a perfect representative of the masses we need to protect. This is why we chose you.
wait, no, okay, wait. Back up. How is he a perfect representation of the masses in any way?
Everything you were told to. The exercise is a resounding success.
Didn't I tell you that GW
Snake would be a
was still
fox
gonna be
man?
great? But not
I mean,
anymore,
that's
thanks to you.
a bit on the
Your
nose.
persona, experiences, triumphs, and defeats are nothing but byproducts. The real objective was ensuring that we could generate and manipulate.
He's white and blonde. I
It's
guess
taken a lot of
that is the
time,
two main traits for the
but
masses.
well worth it considering the results. I think that's enough talk. It's time for the final exercise. Raiden, take Solidus down.
Think again. I'm through doing what I'm told.
Oh, really? Aren't you forgetting something?
If you die, my child dies.
The termination of vital signals from your nanomachines means the death of Olga's child. Not to mention the death of Rose. She's wired the same way.
Rose, does she actually exist?
Of course I do, Jack. You have to believe me.
Believe me.
It will be a fight to the death.
Solidus at least wants you dead.
We will collect
Does anyone
the
know what the
necessary
believe me
evidence
was in
about it.
Japanese?
Then we'll consider the exercise closed. So, Jack the Ripper, will it be Solidus, the Patriot's creation, or you, Solidus's creation? Our beloved monsters, enjoy yourselves.
Jack, my son. My clone brothers and I are called monsters, replicates of evil genes. You are one of a kind, but still a monster, shaped by a dark and secret history. We need to decide which monstrosity will have the privilege of survival. By the way, Jack, I was the one who killed your parents.
We're gonna get another FMV.
I
We
claimed
are.
you for my own and raised you as a soldier in
It
the
just
army
keeps
of the
going.
devil. I am your foster father and your worst enemy.
Why?
Because I needed to know whether we were really someone else's creation. We're repeating history, Jack. Liquid and Solid hunted down Big Boss, trying to sever the tie that bound them to him. Unless you kill me and face your past, Jack, you will never escape. You'll stay in the endless loop, your own double helix. It's time we were both free. I have other reasons for wanting you dead. The clues to the Patriots inside GW have been erased, but there are other traces. Inside.
Okay, question. Is this the final boss?
The information is being carried by the nano.
Should I just try and beat the game tonight?
And throughout the neural network they formed.
Alright, I hope this doesn't take 3 hours.
Brace yourself.
No, Blattatron, you're too early. That's a couple games away. Oh, jeez. I'm glad I more or less figured this one out. Like out of control. Ah, jeez.
Is that the best you can do?
It's kind of cheating. I wish it was just a sword fight. Do I have it? Oh, jeez. Oh, no! Katana fight against ex-president of the United States. Yeah, that's what I expected when I turned this game on. God, my screen is really dark. Oh no, I'm on fire. Oh, it tricked me. I'm glad he doesn't seem to do that much damage, at least. No! Whoa, okay, that didn't hit me. Oh no, he's got tiny little missiles. Okay, I'll just knock him off. No!
Is that the best you can do?
I'm glad they didn't just throw me off. That would have sucked. Oh yeah, I guess I can block too. Oh no!
Let's go. What's wrong with you?
I'm glad he doesn't really hold me for that long.
What's wrong with you?
That would be hard to deal with.
Let's go. What's wrong with you?
This is surprisingly functional. Oh, am I damaging his exosuit? I just noticed I finally did some actual damage to him. I thought I'd have to take the purple health bar first. This fight would be a lot cooler if I could see it better. It's really unfortunate how dark my TV screen is.
Take this. Let's go.
Can be either? Oh, okay.
Let's go. Is that the best?
For some reason, when he flops over like that, it triggers my instinct of how in Kingdom Hearts 1 when you fight Riku, after you hit him 4 times, he like lands on his back and then does a kickflip.
Good work, Jack. This is where it gets interesting.
I hope I didn't take any damage from that cutscene that triggered while he set me on fire. Oh, hold on. Automon has found the word sex. I guess I should take a moment to advertise the fact that I'm in the final boss. Wow, my computer is not in a good mood. I'm sure everything will be fine, though. All right, let's get back to this. Jeez, whoa, what?
Right, you have to beat Solidus. This is your last duty.
So true.
Just pawns in some simulation game, you know.
Yes, you are. You're nothing but mere weapons. No different from fighter jets or tanks.
What the?
The old model destroyed 4 years ago was Rex.
The new amphibious model is Ray.
Both of these are the same as the code names used by the U.S. Armed Forces to refer to Japanese warplanes during World War II.
Your code name, Raiden, too, comes from the Japanese Navy's name for one of its interceptors.
Stop it. I'm not a weapon.
Oh, really? Do you know the code name the U.S. Armed Forces used for the Japanese fighter Raiden?
It was Jack. Both of you are just weapons to be used and thrown away.
Some people use subtext. Sometimes they trust you to figure these things out on your own, but those people are cowards.
It has no right to think for itself. Now, it's time to fulfill your purpose. Defeat Solidus.
So hold on, can I Kodak anyone else? Nope. Hold on.
Is that the best you can do?
Get me out of here. Tell me how to beat him, Otacon.
Raiden, you don't have a lot going for you with just your bare hands. You have your own blade. Use it.
I mean, obviously. Come on.
Don't attack from the front. His defenses are too good. Go around to the side or back and get him.
Kojima is like the opposite good version of David Cage with how blunt he is. Yeah, that's fair. Oh god, oh god. You know, they say they can't hit him from the front, but I've done that quite a few times. Jeez. No, he's got mobility now. He'll surely defeat me with his superior speed.
What's wrong with you?
Oh god.
Take this. Over here.
No, 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 no. Unfortunately, my thrust does not trigger more often than not. I think my PS3's analog stick is not particularly responsive. But this has been not that bad. Not to just horribly jinx myself at the last second. Alright, am I done? Kojima's a maximalist writer. That is probably the best way to describe him. Damn, he was storing a lot of blood in his spine. Everyone in Metal Gear has the highest blood pressure. I get it. I get it. They're under a lot of literal pressure. So there's kind of nothing they can do to... They can't really be blamed for having blood pressure like that. I mean, can you imagine what Raiden's blood pressure's like right now after all the info dumping he went through? And then a sword fight? He probably could have killed Solo just if he had died. The blood would have just torn right through him. Oh, I love this song. It's threesome. Damn, where was everyone hiding?
Who am I, really? No one quite knows who or what they are. The memories
I was gonna go in for a hug.
The role you were assigned are burdens you had to carry. It doesn't matter if they were real or not. That's never the point.
We're gonna get one last FMV.
There's no such thing in the world as absolute reality. Most of what they call real is actually fiction.
Wow, this is just like Kingdom Hearts.
What you think you see is only as real as your brain tells you it is. Then,
What am I supposed to believe in? What am I going to leave behind when I'm through?
We can tell other people about having faith. What we had faith in. What we
Do you think Kojima likes those Family Guy videos where every time a character says something, it like cuts to a picture of the thing they said and repeats it in slow motion?
Ongoing fiction too, come to think of it. Listen, don't obsess over words so much. Find the meaning behind the words, then decide. You can find your own name. And your own future.
Decide for myself?
And whatever you choose will be you.
I don't know if I can.
I know you didn't have much in terms of choices this time. But everything you felt, thought about during this mission is yours. And what you decide to do with them is your choice.
You mean start over?
Yeah, a clean slate.
It is very Shadow the Hedgehog coded. Happy fearless year of Shadow, everyone.
Choose your own legacy. It's for you to decide. It's up to you. By the way, what is that?
Dog tags.
Hey, wait a second. Did I just dox myself? Hold on.
Anyone you know?
No, never heard the name before. I'll pick my own name and my own life.
I should hope so.
Something worth passing.
That one's not yours.
They taught me some good things too.
I know. We've inherited freedom from all those who fought for it. We all have the freedom to spread the word. Even me.
Snake, what about Olga's child?
Don't worry. I'll find him. Count on it. As long as you keep yourself alive, he's safe.
Do you know where Liquid went?
I put a transmitter on his ray.
Did he head for the Patriots?
Yeah, but I have a feeling they gave Ocelot a bogus location to begin with. Cheer up. We have a better lead. This contains the list of all the Patriots.
But Ocelot took it.
The one we gave you wasn't the real thing.
What?
This virus is coded to destroy only a specific part of GW, namely the information about the Patriot's identity. Which means that there's a parameter coded in here that defines what that information is.
I get it.
Snake's
Analyze
trick.
the code and you can probably find out where they operate. Count me in.
No, you have things to do first. And people you need to talk to.
Man, if I didn't know better, I'd say that they're setting up a sequel that doesn't take place in the distant past. These people are really chill about what Raiden's wearing. Was the AI Rose the one that was terrible? Was her? I mean, the AI one, obviously. This isn't a statement on anything about the narrative structure. It's just if it's AI, it's obviously. Have you seen how those things write?
What's wrong?
Nothing. Can I ask you something? Who am I, really?
I wouldn't know. But we're going to find out together, aren't we?
Oh. Yeah.
Your gloves feel so
What I am,
cold.
okay?
I know.
Do you remember this place?
Of course. This is where we first met. I remember now.
Hmm?
Today is the day I met you.
That's it.
She was preggers.
I think I found something to pass along to the future.
What?
He said all living things want their genes to live on.
Are you talking about the baby?
The baby.
The genes aren't the only thing you pass on. There are too many things that aren't written into our DNA. It's up to us to teach that to our children.
What kind of things?
About the environment, our ideas, our culture, poetry, compassion.
Licensed music? I mean, I better start talking then. Audio
We'll
Jungle.
tell them everything together.
Is that a proposal?
This is for your ears only.
I mean, fittingly enough, YouTube did inform me a while ago that they have AI technology that lets them remove copyrighted audio while keeping the other audio intact. Selectively removing information, if you will. Oh, okay, like license. Okay, let me. Oop. All right, well that's Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of the Patriots, I think. So yeah, no, that was really cool. That was like, a lot to process at the very last second, like a lot. Hold on a second. Automod. There's a post-credit scene? Okay. I mean, I never skip the credits or anything anyways. Yeah, that was a really nice ending, but like, man, you can really tell Kojima was just trying to stuff everything he wanted to into that last, like, 1 hour. Yeah, so I mean, honestly, a lot of this game is a pretty hazy memory at this point because just like Metal Gear Solid 1, there was a huge gap between me starting it and finishing it. But honestly, I feel like that last bit covered most of it. I honestly, I feel like I did kind of fail to absorb some of that just by the nature of streaming, but I feel like even playing it normally, like that was just a lot to take in. But yeah, cool, fun characters and cool, unique boss fights. They made me beat like 100 Metal Gear Solids. Does Metal Gear Solid 2 predicted the modern internet makes sense now? Yeah, I mean, it is interesting how obviously it's like insanely prescient, and also like the villains aren't really correct. Like their take is very like anti-human, but that makes sense because they're AI. It is funny how people can like lump Kojima in with someone like David Cage because David Cage writing is dumb enough for them to not register it as pretentious. Because like I feel like it's pretty undeniable. Although I do hear that there's another writer who goes kind of unsung with these Metal Gear games. So I don't know. Maybe I'll get some more perspective as I do more of the series. Because like it is like it's like that classic Warren Spector, creator of Deus Ex quote, where people just have a habit of attributing everything to one person. But I feel like Kojima has a really, really obvious flavor. Like I feel like he's one of the ones where you can kind of justify it. He was in charge of only secondary codec talks. Is that the same one? Because like Metal Gear Solid 1, wasn't it a shared thing? Kojima did all the obligatory codecs and was assisted in this secondary one. Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I it's not so much that I want to like doubt Kojima's talent as much as I want to be as fair as I can and acknowledge that there is like a team. Like there's literally a list of credits scrolling by right now. Um, but yeah, like I feel like it's pretty safe to attribute stuff to Kojima because it's Kojima. Like I've played 2 Kojima games now. I guess okay, I did play a tiny bit of Rising or Revengeance, but I I couldn't really like make myself stick with it because I just hate playing things out of order. But yeah, no, like I feel like there's stuff that you can look at with this game, and like I've seen like trailers for Death Stranding on stuff, obviously, and it's like, yeah, no, this is very specifically one guy, and even if someone tried to copy it, they wouldn't succeed. I kind of wish that there were more metal, I guess, Kojima-like games in different genres, because like Metal Gear Solid is a stealth game and a shooter game. And like if you look at just those merits, the stealth isn't as good as like a like quote unquote proper stealth game. And the shooting is real weird and clunky. But it's this kind of it's in its own category. It's not really like yeah, it's not something that you can just compare to contemporaries because there really is nothing like these games. And it'd be cool if like there was something similar in more genres where it's like this is an action game, but it is like fundamentally doing something different. Oh, there we go. We're at the end. Hold on. I'm sorry, my I've been planning about it for this entire stream basically, but my computer feels like it's gonna fall apart. Oh, life is more than fuck. I noticed he left out video games. Oh, shoot. I didn't turn the audio back on. Whoops. That's my bad.
Snake, you there?
That sucks. That speech was really good.
Finished going over that disc. Did you find the Patriots list? Of course. It contains the personal data of 12 people. There was a name on it. Snake, it was one of our biggest contributors. What's going on around here? I don't know. Anyway, where are they? Well, we were right about them being on Manhattan, but... But what? They're already dead. All 12 of them. When did it happen? Well, about 100 years ago. What the hell?
All right, well, there we go. That's the note we're ending on, apparently. This speech got me to think about subtext at all as a child. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's an M-rated game, so I always feel kind of weird people talk about playing these games as a child, but I don't know. Kids can handle stuff like this usually. It's just some kids can't. Everyone's got their different things. I used 136 rations. I killed 7 people. Actually, when did that happen? I used the sword, and it was the blunt side, wasn't it? Go back to the past. It's true. Got 100 alerts. Elephant. You got a camera. You can use it in the tanker episode. And the camera you can use in the plant episode. I'm glad they specified. Hey, Mervin. You're just in time for the end of the stream. I beat the President of the United States. His 2 katanas were nothing compared to my 1 katana. And his fire dashes. He also had those. All right. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in for the stream. This was a really great return. I'm so glad people tuned in. I'm going to do more, better, exciting stuff going forward. I didn't think I'd take this out in one night, so I'll have to think of some other stuff to do. But yeah. I really appreciate it. This was a great game. I'm not going to look for someone to raid because my computer is falling apart. So I need to get out of here. Oh, one thing. I can hang on for one thing. Did you notice my tree yet? Paid off the Sonic Colors Ultimate Effect. Oh, yeah, you totally did. Yeah, I didn't get a notification. I should look into what's up with that. Thank you. Okay, then that's what I'll do next is I'll stream Sonic Colors Ultimate. So that'll be tomorrow at the same time, around 6. Alright, awesome. Thanks, everyone. I need to give my computer a break. Farewell.